Hi. In this lecture, I want to show you how you can customize Radary with the config file. Your config file is under the home folder of your user, and it is called .radary2rc. So we are in our home folder, but you can go there with cd, and then I can just get out the .radary2rc. So Radary itself doesn't install a config file for you. I put this here. So if you want to change anything, you can do that here as you wish. If you remember the previous lecture, you might realize that the letter E is actually a command, and it's the evaluation command, so eval. And with eval and with the command E, you can basically set variables which will affect how Radary2 functions. And that's how you can configure it. So there are some comments here just to explain what each of the configurations do. The first one sets the commands in the assembly code to the right from the assembly code. That's just convenient. The second config, I actually commented it out, so it's not in effect right now because I don't necessarily like it, especially not for this course. It's to show a pseudo code instead of the assembly code itself. So I prefer to show you the pure assembly. That's why I commented it out. But if you like it, you can uncomment it and use it. The third one is to show the stack and the registers in visual mode. We will see that later on. That's pretty useful. The third is the color settings. That's the ECO, and we use the colorized theme. You know, it's up to you. It's just your taste, which theme you like and which colors you like. You are free to change it for yourselves. And the fourth is to set the screen to use UTF-8 instead of just using ASCII characters. It basically makes the interface of IDA look a little bit better because instead of just the limited ASCII characters, it will use UTF-8 characters as well, which could be good when it draws lines and arrows and stuff. So let's try this out quickly. If I start Radary now, but I need to go to the Hello Radary folder, and I say Alt R2 server.exe, and then I say question mark. So this is the current color scheme what we are using. This is the solarized theme, and if I exit and go to change that config file with Vim, and I comment this out. You're free to use whichever editor you like. I like Vim, but many people doesn't like it. It's up to you. And if I restart R2 again, then you see we get a different color scheme. This is the default, so it's pretty much up to you which one you like. You will see. And since we are already in Radary 2 again, I said we use the eval command. Here you can get more information about them. If you execute E, then it's going to basically print out all the configured variables. So this is basically our current configuration. If you want to find out which configurations are available, you can do that in visual mode with the command capital V and then E. We're going to talk about the visual mode later on, so now just bear with me. And then you get this visual mode where you can navigate through these parameters. As you remember, the variables were structured. So there is, for instance, all the variables related to the screen, and you can go back with the button with the left arrow, or everything for search, etc. So this is a convenient way to navigate around in the configurations. And you can exit this visual mode with Q. As you remember, I said that whenever you get to some weird place in Rudder 2, just push Q. And again, and you're back. Now what we've seen, for instance, with the command E, this is the current configuration, and it's not always trivial what could be the value of each variable. Of course, if it's a Boolean, then it makes sense, but sometimes it's some specific values. So you can figure out which values are expected by using the equal question mark signs. So for instance, e screen dot mkey equal question mark will tell us that this variable expects one of these three values. So it makes sense in a case such as the mkey variable, where it expects some specific values. So just to recap, you can change the configuration by creating or changing the Rudder2 RC under the home folder of your user, and you can add new configuration parameters with the command E and then variable name and then the value. And in Rudder, you can look up all these variables and figure out what they mean. All right, that's all about configurations. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture. Bye.